What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Phil Plays Base. It is Monday, the 29th of December, and it's pretty cold. It's pretty miserable out there. The weather is pretty terrible. It's at least very cold where I'm in Belgium. I hope everybody's doing all right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Hello, Michael. Hello, Akil. Lovely of you guys to show up each and every day. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks very much. How's everything? Mike, have you been able to play a bit more of your instrument since yesterday? I certainly hope so. If not, it's all right. There's always time. There's always time. All right, let's kick it off with a little warm-up. I've been having a look at some more Drum Genius loops. As you can hear. And they're pretty sweet. Pretty sweet stuff. And I thought I'd use that as a sort of platform our warm-ups. Without further ado, hello friends, welcome back to Phil Plays Bass. Mike, you were right, I am playing the 4-string, and hopefully this jumper is fabulous, although you guys have seen it before. So nothing new on that horizon. I've got to invest in some more jumpers. It's coming, it's coming. I'm just going to remove my... Come on, guys, isn't this putting you in a good mood already? There we go, I'm just going to remove this. Let's go. Where am I going to put this warm-up? Yeah, that's a little bit, it's a little fast, Try 190. Another one. Yeah, that's the one. Might be still a little fast. Okay, that lovely rhythm might be a little too fast for my purposes right now. This Mozambique. Okay, that's the one I'm just playing. The Boogaloo as well, that should be... Yeah, that's... I'm getting distracted. Ooh. Oh, I know what's bugging me. It's not aligning. the exercise isn't really lining up with the start of the loop. So I think this is what's. Let me try again. Still an absolute rush for the left hand. This exercise is, jeez, man, wow. Especially when they're a little bit cold. Mike says, I did last night. I'm rusty, which is both frustrating and also motivating. It's definitely frustrating. I suppose the motivation comes from, well, there's work to be done. Hopefully that's that's the takeaway for me. I always find that it would be a big jump to say I like these moments. Nobody likes to feel like they're falling back a little bit. It's like staying on top of your instrument is kind of like an escalator, right? You've got to put some work in each and every day. You've got to at least stay where you are. You've got to at least just do, well, no pun intended, with the plucking on the bass, obviously, but like you've got to be walking up the stairs at least to a certain extent so that you don't go down in your ability to play the instrument. If you want to progress, you've got to do that and some deep work, as they say. I don't really fancy. Okay, I've got to do the other one as well. I didn't really fancy doing it, but it's got to be done, right? love this putting this exercise in different context. Keeps the difficulty level quite high. Quite different context here. Technically, the chicken. I got distracted. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. That exercise. I don't feel like I'm. I don't think like I'm doing it enough. Hello, Jeffrey. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Is that going to be too fast? Ouchie. Okay, that's probably enough of a warm up. Let's call that the the sort of torturous part of the stream. What's up, Nate? Good to see you, dude. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. All right, what's next today? What are we gonna do? Drum Genius can go away. I can go back to host. Go. Right. Should be displaying yes. Yay! I've added some new buttons to my tablet. I can control it. I've got a bit. Yeah. Every stream, I'm trying to just improve at least one thing, and I've improved that. We're not going to do Blues Jam just yet. I want to go back to that Sean Lane line that everybody is now totally in love with. And if you haven't transcribed it, you probably have by osmosis. You've absorbed the line just by the fact that I'm constantly badgering you guys about this thing. Okay. This particular section of the line just giving me trouble. what to do with my fingering, you know? Okay, this has got to turn into another part to the warm up, then I suppose. Okay, like the muscles have started to wrap their heads around this. Let's hope so. How was I practicing that? In some kind of context? Was it over a blues? Where's my blues? Let's turn that blues into an A flat blues. Oh man, dude, that works perfectly. Actually, might be a little bit too fast, but it does work. Wait, what? The end. Okay. Try it again. Something wrong. Slower. Ah. Why can't I? Okay, I've lost the line now. Silly me. Not that hard. All right, okay, this time is gonna work. This time for sure. And a madness. Bit lower. Try slower. No. Okay, well, I remember the line. Fine, I'll work. I'll have to work on that. Sure. What else did I want to do today? Adrian warm-ups. That's done. There will never be another you. There's still some work to be done on that. Actually, that's true. I wanted to take a look at a Scott's bass lesson video actually today because I posted something about that's now that technique, that raking technique that we talked about, and I just wanted to check it out. SBL. I literally only just had a glance at it. Bass lesson. 1.5 million subscribers. Hey, that's pretty good. I think that was his latest. Okay, the title of the video is "This Changes Everything." I feel like you've posted videos about this before, Scott. Where is YouTube restart capture? There we go. Let's take a look at this. See if we can get any wisdom from Scott's bass list. Reconnect or reconvene. Web. Transition. There we go. There we go. See what these two lover boys have to tell us.
You watch a lot of those players that are really fantastic at shredding and getting those, like, you know, those types of lines. You'll hear that they're using a lot of those descending type lines, and the reason is that they're using this thing called raking. Okay, so check this out. We are going to be talking today.
They're using this thing called raking slap sound, like physical slap.
Thing called raking. Okay, so check this out. We are going to be talking today about shredding on the bass. I'm going to be making the case.
Are you guys excited? Isn't shredding like literally what we all started playing the bass for? Not sure.
For it, because the other day Ian and I were having a conversation, and Ian said, "Scott, teach me how to shred balls on the bass."
Yeah. I mean, you know, look, we're always like, oh, play for the song and support. And well, of course, that's our bread and butter. And that's what we do as bass players. And that's what I do. Sometimes, man, I just want to shred. Like, I want to have it in the tank, you know? And I've always felt a little bit like, ooh, I can't get my speed together, you know? And you are a fast, shreddy bass player, and I want to know how.
Nimble, a little nimble.
yes, a race car.
Twinkle toes. And
Anybody else a fan of Scott's bass lesson and Ian Allison? Love these guys. I love the kind of sort of, I don't know. They seem like good friends, but it's funny because if you watch Scott's like very first YouTube video, his YouTube videos, I mean, typical British guy in the first YouTube videos. You know, just a bit sort of reserved, a little bit on the sort of moody side, shall we say. And like for a few years now, he's just become this like, whoa, guys, let's check this out. Isn't this amazing? Whoa. And Ian Allison is kind of the same. I like it, but I don't know if this appeals to the sort of more mature audience, or they're trying to do too many things at the same time. I don't know. Monday morning quarterbacking maybe, but
today I've got 3 exercises that I want to take everybody through, and Ian's going to be doing these as well. And the big idea before we jump into these exercises is that these hands,
I've had a silly idea. This is literally just the stupidest ideas.
idea before we jump into these exercises.
I thought the tip of his finger, you know, the gloved hand, the tip of his finger here. Well, he's obviously missing the tip of his glove, and I just saw him sort of scratch his nose there. I was like, is it literally just so he can pick his nose? That's just, it's stupid. It's obviously not that, but it's a funny thought.
Is that these hands, these ones here, and your hands, hold your hands up, guys. These hands, they have different functions when it comes to technique, and your plucking hand is really the engine that drives everything. It's really that, you know, the fretting hand is the steering wheel that will maneuver you around the neck. It will obviously, you know, you can play chord tones and all of that stuff. But in terms of the actual kind of like the thing that's pushing you along, where the momentum comes from, so much of that is from the plucking hand. So we're actually going to be looking a lot at the plucking hand today, and it's where I've worked with students. Basically, this
You just refresh the page because
are going to be talking today about shredding, the major scale. I'm not kind of thinking about, oh, it's the fallopian minor, okay, or it's the myxomatosis flat 7, or anything like that. Just get all of that stuff out of your head. Myxomatosis flat 7, or anything like that. Just get all of that stuff out of your head for a minute.
Scott's making jokes now.
And just focus on, okay, the major scale is the platform that we're going to be using. And in this case, we're going to be using a C major scale. Now, I've got a 5-string bass here, but just ignore my B string. Ian's got a beautiful yellow 4-string bass there that matches his hat.
What's that colour called? Eggnog?
B string. Ian's got a...
What? He's got loads of basses. Why is he telling the people to ignore the 5th string? Surely he could have picked a 4-string guitar.
Beautiful yellow 4-string bass there that matches his hat and the logo on his top. Okay, come on. If you haven't given us a like yet on this YouTube channel, you can give us a like for that. And what we're gonna be doing is taking this major scale. So first of all, I'm just going to show you the pattern. Okay, so you'll know this pattern already. It's finger 2 4 1 2 4 1 3 4. That gets us from the root to the octave. But I want you to go onto the G string and play 1 3 4 as well, all the way up to that top F there. Okay, so C D E F G A B C D E F. Okay, now all these exercises, you are going to see them in the PDF that we've got for you, right? The PDF, we've got it for you. We put all of the tab and notation there, so grab that and print it off at home. It'll be in the description, and I'm also going to make sure it is pinned in the first comment down below as well. Okay, so grab that PDF, and also Ian, you can grab it as well if you want to.
I have a question. I'm a student in the back asking a question. When I'm ascending, am I alternating my fingers religiously on my plucking hand?
Yes, we're going to get to that. Yeah, but
well, you can just alternate them normally. I don't know if you have to do it religiously, but how fast do these guys get?
We'll swing back around, but when you're ascending through that scale, yes, like you want to be playing index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, all the way up. We'll come back around to that. Okay. But interestingly, we're actually going to start at the top. We're going to work on descending to begin with, because when you watch a lot of those players that are really fantastic at shredding and getting those, like, you know, those types of lines, you'll hear that they're using, you know, those types of lines. You'll hear that they're using a lot of those descending type lines, and the reason is that they're using this thing called raking. Now, raking, if we go to that top F and we play down the major scale, okay?
Keep ahead.
Time. I can bring one up though. Hold on. What tempo were you at?
I was at 100 BPM there, but as Ian's bringing that up, check this out. If you can't do it at 100 BPM, don't worry, just go like 3 4 3 4. Yeah, in these little bursts, and then you add a few more notes. 3 4. That time I'm going down to the A string there. 3 4. Now down to the E string. 3, and then the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool. Let me see if I can get it at 100.
Oh,
I was scared. But I like the idea of, right? And then maybe. Or bursting, as you were saying, like taking it down. So that you're not having to play the whole thing. Because sometimes, right, the whole thing feels like a big mountain to climb. And you're like, oh my god! And if I can't do that whole thing, I'm gonna turn the metronome off. Like it tanks you, it spirals you down.
Do it. I'm out.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And to avoid that, you can have these little bursts. I really like that idea.
Yeah, and it sort of like goes in the face of it's instead of going like this, like doing it all. Can you actually go 3, 4?
Yes.
4 then 3, 4.
Yes.
So instead of like slowly cranking the speed up, my argument is a lot of the time you can actually just go in pretty fast, but just start with small little segments and then build on that segment.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
Mike, what did you think of it? Because this is, I did 23 minutes of this.
Yeah.
And when you started at 100,
What were the main takeaways for you, Mike?
I was kind of like, oh dang, that's actually kind of a gnarly tempo to start at.
Yeah.
But then I could do it. Oh, that gives me some confidence. And I wonder out there for you guys watching, could you do that? And if you couldn't, could you at least burst on the G to
exactly
the D string,
that. Yeah.
right?
Exactly
and
that.
then that gives you some kind of like confidence to keep moving. Versus like, oh, I guess I gotta take the metronome to 35.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst.
Yeah. But here's the bit that nobody wants to hear, right? So once you can do it with your index finger.
I think the bit that nobody wants to hear is this one.
But here's the bit that
35.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, I guess I gotta take the metronome to 35.
That is the bit that nobody wants to hear. That's it. That's essentially the whole lesson, is do it unbelievably slowly at first. The difficult part is ascending, that's for sure. But that's not really... You can't rake when you're ascending. That would just be... What, like flicking your fingers forward? No, that doesn't work. But it reminds me of one of Hadrian's lines that we transcribed some time ago. That went something like this. Yeah. Since you can't rake on the way up, you've got to... Maybe that's what he's getting at, but you've got to play sort of small lines that do allow you a descending note every sort of 3, 4, or 5 notes to sort of propel you. Just wedge an extra note that gives it that sort of shreddy feel, you know? I don't really have it anymore, but... And like every other note, you get basically a free note by just letting one of your fingers sort of pluck the string underneath. Right there. Rake. 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 You had seen the same lesson content on SBL before. Yeah, I think they've made a few videos about this. Maybe they're trying to hone in on, I don't know, maybe they're trying to just improve the quality of the lesson and just sort of keep it fresh. But yeah, I'm not really... I mean, granted, I'm probably not the target audience for this, but I can kind of derive that from just watching Adrian ascending. Okay, let's get this. Huh. Oh, I forgot to switch to the other screen. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I was just having a look at this particular section.
Exactly that. So it's
Raking
just
on the way down.
yeah, and you know when you're doing this correctly. So alternate on the way up, index middle on the way up, and then when you come down, you're raking. But check this out: that loop from the B there to the F
Yes.
there. If you're doing it right, every time you descend down, you're going to be doing it with the other finger.
Right.
Yeah, it like alternates between the finger. So if I start on my index finger,
Okay, let's try that. Oh, actually, yeah. Am I raking? Wait, I'm missing something because I'm always raking.
other finger.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
it like alternates between the finger. So if I start on my index finger and start raking there, this time I know it's going to be on my middle finger. There we go. There you go.
Oh yeah, I must be missing something then. I'm still raking with the. I'm still raking with the index. Oh, you've got to force it. Right, okay, gotcha. Yeah, because you could rake either with your index or with your middle finger, but he made it sound like the exercise was forcing you to rake one way or another, and I was expecting my fingers to sort of naturally rake, alternating raking between the middle finger and the index finger, but it turns out it's just a choice. You have to consciously make the choice to rake with the middle finger. But if I switch to the other camera, so I'm going to be raking the first time with the index finger, right? So 1, 2, rake, 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 rake. Rake. No. See, that's what I mean. That doesn't make any sense. I'm alternating religiously. Oh, maybe not actually. Yeah, I don't really know what the point of this exercise is. Because the finger that's going to be raking is the one that literally just played a note. We're using the momentum of that pluck to rake, is what I'm guessing, what I'm getting. So this is what we want. But I start. I don't. I suppose I see what he's trying to get at, but I'm Oh, okay. Hang on. The index finger. Oh, I think I'm, yeah, I think I see what he means. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure that's a major improvement, particularly since, at least from my perspective, Michael says SBL seems to be struggling to find new content. They frequently ask viewers for suggestions about subject matter, but they keep making videos for advertising SBL. Understandable. Don't get me wrong, SBL is a wonderful resource, I agree, especially for paying members. I figure that most players favor the index finger to start a line. I favor my middle finger. Do you, Mike? Interesting. Probably because I'm missing a quarter inch of the. That's right, I remember. The machining incident. Accident, really, not incident. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to give this a try because I'm. It's not something that I use enough to possibly notice the difference. I mean, even when we play, relatively complex lines like the sort of solos that I've been transcribing, never really find myself hesitating between middle finger or index finger. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't want to say it depends, but there are other obstacles that I'm facing that are more likely to impede my progress rather than just sort of finger choice. But hey, let's see how we're doing with said line. Now that I'm properly warmed up, this could be good. That's an example. Joshua Smith, welcome, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Joshua asks, is there a video on my channel on how to record live bass and make it audible on phones? I'm guessing you're asking about EQ. You're asking probably about EQing the bass so that it pops when you're playing it on phone speakers. I would guess, dude. I would venture a guess and say that this video probably exists already. EQing bass phone speakers, mixing bass. Yeah, how to get bass to cut through your phone speakers. Always to make your sound pro on phone speakers. Blah blah blah. Smartphones, laptops, and small speakers with separation. Get bass to cut through your phone speakers, dude. That's probably the kind of stuff you're after. By Andrew Barr.
Have you ever got done mixing a song? It sounds great in your headphones, great in your. Have you ever got done mixing a song? It sounds great in your headphones, great in your studio monitors, even sounds great in your car, but the bass just isn't coming. This plug in here, and then we're going to add our saturation. Okay, this is a free tool called Saturation Knob by Softtube. It's completely free.
Yeah, dude, I reckon this is probably a good start. I've never really looked into it, dude. Mine has been mostly trial and error, and I never really I never quite got like a proper feedback loop that would allow me to like quickly record a bass, try some sort of EQ, test it on phone, and then. Although this stream, doing something like a stream, might be actually a really good way to test that out, because I could feed some effects on sound on my bass and test out what they sound like by listening back to the stream like immediately, and then do some changes and then do that. So interesting, dude. That's an interesting question. I reckon you could probably try doing that by doing a live stream. Although, yeah, that brings in a whole bunch of other things. I just, with my setup, the way I would do it now would be to unhook the phone, put the stream on, take the headphones out for a second, play some bass with a certain amount of EQ, saturation, blah, blah, blah. Essentially follow what this guy says in that video, and then see what sounds best and make little notes of it. Josh, thanks, man. I didn't think it was just EQ that I needed to do. Probably a couple of effects, man. Obviously the size of the speakers is always going to prevent that you to get like a decent sound, but to find the right frequency, check out like maybe a spectrograph of the frequency response. Where's Zachar when we need him, the sound engineer? We've got a house sound engineer here on this channel every now and then. A chart of the frequency response of phone speakers might be a good indication of where you need to boost or what you need to boost, possibly. At least might inform you a little bit better on what to do. But yeah, if I was going to start, I'd check out this video right there. I hope this helps, dude. You, I'm guessing you're a bass player yourself? Can we check out your channel, dude? Josh, have you been here before? I feel like I've seen these, I feel like I've watched some of these videos before. I won't put you on the spot, dude. If you don't want me to watch it, I won't. Go back to the action cam. And do a little bit of raking. Practice a little bit of raking. This particular line in this guitar solo. I mean, just this line itself. Well, dude, it seems like you've become bass curious. Welcome, dude. This is where all the fun is. All the real practice advice is right here, bro. Not always from me, but from other people. So, welcome to the world of the best instrument in the world. Although the least noticed by the sort of general public, but certainly the most fun to play. Because you're literally just the king of the music, dude. Nobody notices you, and you get to change by being in control of all the parameters that people don't notice. They don't consciously notice it, but they'll have more fun, and we're in charge of that. Bass is 100% more fun, dude. 100%. I've known many guitar players and keyboard players and drummers who have started playing bass like really seriously than I've known any bass player, other than the sort of financial incentive of doing, solo guitar singing gigs. I don't know any bass player that not left, you know what I mean, but that would have just gone, oh no, actually, other instruments are more fun. Just, it's the most fun instrument, and we kind of stumbled into it, not really knowing that it was the case. We're just the lucky ones, guys, really. We could have been born anything else. We could have been born guitar players, keyboardists, violin, oboists, clarinetists, I don't know. They're all lost souls. We have to spread the good word of, well, actually, no, we do need other musicians, right? We still need other musicians. you never want to be playing on your own, and you at least want the other ones to have fun as well. But out of all the guys who've switched instruments in the 15 years I spent in London, it was always towards bass. Oh no, I know one guitar player that went to keys, but he could already play bass. Yeah. Here we go, more of this. Oh, tell me, guys, that you can hear the. No, you probably couldn't hear it. My bad. My bad. Where is it? Amazing Slow Downer. Are you still here? Where is it? Yes, there it is. So I love using this little app called Amazing Slow Downer. You guys are all familiar with it now. And I'm just going to run through a couple of minutes of this solo. I'm going to have to shorten this stream a little bit. Reasons, but I've got another 10 minutes or so we're good. We're good. Oh, I'm really lacking focus today. Yeah, not a good showing on this one. I'm gonna have to practice it again very slowly. Visibly, I'm still trying to do it too fast. Try it with just the backing track. How I get on with that.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, there's some kind of technical element I'm missing here. I have to play it with a metronome slowly. 35, probably. Embrace my crippled butt. That's a sentence I did not think I would hear ever. It is pretty funny though. Fancy doing something stupid. I'll do it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can't. I don't know what it is with me at the moment. Speed is. I mean, they are complicated lines, but I should be able to play this stuff. Maybe it's because I haven't played Bumblebee in quite some time. That's the reason. I need to play more Bumblebee. Finish up with some Bumblebee for a few minutes. Not fast enough. That might be too fast. Too fast. That would work over a shuffle. Would be something else. Boogaloo. Yeah, I think that could work. feeling a little bit deflated with my progress today, but I suppose that is to be expected. I've been playing a lot more piano than playing bass. So, what's next? I'm gonna buy a new desk so I can fit my keyboard in front of me, and buy a new webcam so I can have a keyboard cam, and I can start doing keys as well, and some drum loops and all of that sort of stuff, all that good stuff. Maybe do some actual creation for once. Like says, I do have to be conscious of the area of my fingers that contact the string. I focus on using the pad of my fingers rather than the tips. I want the tone to be the same from the fingers. That is an extra difficulty, Mike, for sure. But because that is a problem that most people already have with their the fact that normally the middle finger is slightly longer than the index finger. So the tone is always going to be slightly different, and that's something we've got to take into account when we play. But if you're missing a phalanx, that maybe the tip of your fingers like more bony, possibly. Must be difficult to adjust for sure. Possible, 100%. Maybe one of Nate's little finger condoms, with like extra bit of padding, might do some work, or some kind of fabric dampener, maybe. There's got to be solutions, but it's going to require probably some experimentation. Read mode. That's so much better. All right. Little jam. Fancy jamming today, actually. Sorry, guys. I'm a little anxious today, possibly. And I don't know, maybe my mind is a little bit sort of clouded by other things, and I'm gonna have to rush off. I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow. I hope so. If I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, it's going to be a guerrilla type of thing. It might be in the middle of the day. I'm not sure exactly when. I might have to sort of rejig things around a little bit because of events and things. But I most likely will be streaming tomorrow and Wednesday. And also, I've got to keep my promise. I've got to extract some kind of content to make a short out of today. I haven't really played anything interesting, so yeah. But my word is my word, so I'm gonna have to extract a short from this thing. Promise is a promise. I've got to do it. That's it. I'm taking things to the next level. Guaranteed. Lovely. Nate says that bell notification is fully engaged. I appreciate that, man. And thanks again, everybody, for your support, as per usual. And sorry, this practice was, again, a little bit all over the place. I've been struggling to keep it all sort of nice and tight with all the piano I've got to do all day. I feel like I'm already a bit musically drained by the time I get to play some bass. Or maybe I'm just finding excuses for myself. Like, could be that as well. In any case, friends, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Joshua, I hope that we've earned a like and a subscribe, hopefully. And there's a link for a Discord server underneath. It would be really good to see you there, dude. In any case, see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Doodles. Bye.
It's never been told. The mysteries of all this is